After a 4-1 victory on Friday, the Braves play host to Nebraska for the second game in this two-game weekend series. I'm Caden Sexton alongside Thatcher Zalewski. Thatcher, what were your thoughts from Friday night's contest?
Yeah, yesterday we saw a pretty physical matchup between the two teams. We had Nebraska and Bradley both combining for 8 penalties. That was very physical, but the Braves, had very fast play and kind of helped them get the victory over the Cornhuskers yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on goaltender Aiden Meyer. We don't know the exact shot totals, but I can definitely tell you that Bradley was peppering Meyer a lot more. Meyer faced a lot of shots, and that's why Meyer saw 3 goals go in on his watch. The 4th was a empty netter, so not credited to his name. Nebraska, with their opening game yesterday, they're now 0-1. Thatcher, what do they need to do to go home 500?
For Nebraska, what they need to do is get more time on attack. Yesterday, we saw them struggle to keep the puck out of their own zone and basically let Bradley run the game for them yesterday. So if Nebraska wants to head back to Nebraska and ride that long bus ride home happy, they need to control the puck a lot more and get some more shots off on the Braves tonight.
Yeah, Bradley 1-2 on the year, 1-0 at home. They faced a Division I opponent in their first 2 games in Nebraska, making a competitive first and not as competitive second. But honestly, that's an accomplishment playing a D1 team. However, they started the year 0-2, so tonight they're looking to keep themselves undefeated at the Owen Center, as well as bring their record back up to 500. Thatcher, what do they need to focus on tonight to get another win?
I think for Bradley, it's keeping the same play that they played yesterday. Keeping that physicality, aggressiveness, and fast play up, and not letting up, not giving the Cornhuskers any chance to breathe. Basically, letting them carry the momentum that they had yesterday into tonight's game and riding that wave.
Is there any players you have to watch on either side?
I think tonight for the Braves, you've got to look at Blue Beckwith again. He scored his first 2 collegiate goals yesterday, one being the empty netter, but his 2 goals yesterday were, especially his first goal, was one of the more impressive goals we've seen so far. And I think he's the player to watch for the Braves today.
Yeah, if you go over to the other side, how about Caleb Zeeble? He was a starter last night. Tonight, he won't be in the starting 5. However, Zeeble he scored the lone goal for Nebraska. They're going to need him to kind of lead the offensive stride tonight if they're going to want to put a couple more on the board and go away with a win.
Yeah, definitely. And also something to note before the game gets underway here is both teams riding with new goalies tonight. For the Braves, it is Elijah Gates in net, and for the Cornhuskers, it is Zach Holt. Both players we haven't seen yet, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare in tonight's matchup.
Yes, even though this is Bradley's 4th game, it'll be the first for Gates, and like we said, only 1 game yesterday, and so since they switched their goaltenders, it's the last one for Holt. An interesting note, Thatcher, we talked about this a little bit last night. There's a couple Nebraska players still on the ice, but the lone player for the Braves, Blue Beckwith.
And that's part of the reason why he is the player to watch today for the Braves. Last man on the ice once again, alongside backup goalie Wickline, but Beckwith is still out on the ice right now, getting work in, shooting pucks around, and just making sure he is completely ready for this game today.
You can see number 13 now as he finally is taking a water break, not even leaving the ice quite yet, as the Zamboni does come out there to clean. And we will come back to you in 14 and a little bit more minutes when puck is about to be dropped. You're watching the Bradley Hockey Network. Welcome back to the Owen Center as we are moments away from puck drop between the Braves and the Cornhuskers. I'm Caden Sexton, alongside me, Thatcher Zalewski. For Nebraska, in net tonight, as we stated in the open, is Zach Holt with a defensive pair of Bu Shantanen as well as Zach Del Sante. The wingers are Jawan Kim and Grayson Boyd, with Dylan Insalako taking the draw. For the Braves, you've got Elijah Gates, his first start of the year in the crease. He'll have Gousset as well as Carter Bosley, the freshman, to back him up, with Nico Felice taking the draw, the captain Andrew Spence, and the assistant Grady Blessing on his side. Thatcher, we're moments away from the puck drop. What are your final thoughts before we get going?
Final thoughts is, if this game is anything like yesterday, expect a lot of physicality early on and fast play from the Braves. The Braves may look to carry the momentum that they found in yesterday's contest through into tonight's game, and which may carry them over the Cornhuskers to get them to 500.
Both goalies give the approval, and the refs dropper, and here we go. Blessing along the left wall tries to get it across the blue line. Instead, he dumps it in the corner. It's Del Sante who picks it up. Del Sante tries to get it over to Inslako. Inslako not able to get control. Nico Felice along the left boards tries to get it behind the net to Spence. He does. Spence trying to get it across to Blessing. However, some nice defense there by Del Sante. Stops it. Felice's shot there. A little bit of a stop. Might be confusing because we might say Felice on accident. There is a Nico Felice who's a freshman, as well as last year's freshman sensation who's now a sophomore, and Vinny Felice. The two brothers share a lot in common, but tonight what they aren't sharing in common is the line mates.
Yeah, as we saw last night to start the game, both Felice brothers were on the ice at the same time. As Caden mentioned, tonight they are not. But both Felices were hungry to score yesterday, and we already see that Nico is hungry to get on the board tonight with the first shot of the game.
Yeah, Nico took the opening face-off, and Vinny just took that one. As Vinny is applying pressure to the Nebraska defense. There was a pick-off by Blue Beckwith, but he lost control of his skates and fell to the ground, losing the puck. It's the Bradley defense who picks it up with Vinny Felice along their sides. Not able to get control, so Jacob Rock just dumps it, as now it'll be an offensive front by Kagar Lucas and the Cornhuskers. Vinny Felice is going to pick it up, and then a nice body block off the pass there by Ethan Schmelzer. Puck behind the net's going to be picked up by Jacob Rock. Rock gets it to Pykos. Pykos across the wall gets it to Beckwith. Beckwith gets around two, but then Colby Butts gets his stick in between and knocks that one out. Berger shot from the blue line, saved off the pads by Holt. Now off the wall, it's Durford. Durford fighting in the corner with Lucas and gets underneath the glove of Holt for the whistle.
Reese Durford, they're going for his first goal after picking up his first career point yesterday with the assist on one of Blue's goals. So far, what we've seen in both of these home games is the new freshmen are hungry and want to make an impact early on. Nico's taking the first shot, and then now Reese trying to put one in the net.
Corrales won the draw, put it in the corner. 3 Braves there, but a hard-fighting Caleb Coe makes it a challenge. Finally, Corrales gets it out back to McQueen. McQueen a little bit wide of the net. I think he was trying to get a tip in there to Durford, but Durford not able to get the connection. Wes Straker there able to pick one off on the cross-ice pass by the Cornhuskers. Cornhuskers going to try it again, and this time they're going to have Tyler Bouchard. Bouchard really does like to put his stick in the face, in the pads of his opponent. Doing so there forces the offensive draw to slow down, and the puck goes behind the net before it gets the centering pass out to Lucas. His shot a little bit wide, and the puck's now drawing back in the Nebraskan zone. Nebraska not going to ice it. Porter Stallo behind the net trying to apply pressure with Contreras. They do and force a dump and go. Elijah Gates wanting the icing, but a quick skating Landon Wagner made it a little bit tricky. However, still Bosley there first, so we get a whistle at 17:24.
I think so far, Caden, I think early in this game, Nebraska has definitely picked up their pace of play from yesterday, already putting a lot more pressure on the Braves and making them work a lot harder to get those shots off, unlike what we saw yesterday.
Already back to the first line is Coach Gertler's Braves. That shot from Spence didn't have much momentum. I don't know if it was fully on his stick when he flicked his wrist, as Nico gets it out to Bosley. His shot a little bit wide. Remember, we made a comment yesterday about how Bosley and Malbon could not stop shooting, and Bosley has proven us today that he's still looking for his first goal despite being a defenseman.
I think a lot of that has to do with what we mentioned earlier, also about the freshmen being hungry and wanting to score. Bosley is a newer player to the Braves, and he wants to make an impact as well, just like all these other young, new fresh faces on this team.
Nico Felice dropped his stick. He then picked it up and made 2 defensive plays while Thatcher was talking. A pickoff there from Grady Blessing, however, not able to get it underneath Zach Del Sante. Del Sante kicks it into the corner and gets it back on the end around, puts it back in the corner. He's trying to get a Cornhusker to get the puck in front of Gates. However, no one able to, thanks to the strong push by the Bradley defense. Spence there using his body to block the shot. Now Blessing and Spence have a 2-on-2. Blessing's shot from about the circle is caught by Holt for the save.
Blessing looking to get that goal back that he lost yesterday. We found out that he actually kicked the puck into the net yesterday, or more so his words was the puck went straight off his skate and into the net. So really not much he could do about that there, but he is trying to earn that goal here today.
Contreras and Stallo again in the corner. This time it is with Caleb Coe trying to dig it out. Now it's Tyler Mapes. All new starters tonight for Nebraska. Only starter from Bradley back-to-back days was Nico Felice, who took the draw as a freshman on both nights.
The physicality we mentioned is already starting to show there, as Bouchard seemed to not have bumped the goalie on accident there, and 2 of the Cornhuskers immediately coming in to give Bouchard a little shove there.
There'll be Vinny and Boyd on the draw, and now I think it's Berger who lost his stick off the face-off, getting a little bit of a push and a shove. As now some more action, and Max Pykos lost his stick. It looks like Boyd threw it to the side, and yeah, as soon as Nebraska touched it, a whistle is called. Not sure who the call is. I'm assuming the call is on Nebraska. If not, it's an offsides call.
Yeah, that last minute of play there was pretty hectic. Multiple players losing sticks, multiple players on the ground, and it's already starting right back up after that face-off.
Rock gets it across ice to Pykos. Pykos gets hit, but he got rid of it first. It'll be Peyton Frank getting it from behind the crease. And Bradley trying to pick it off. Eventually it does get to Pykos. A lot of drop and goes so far in this one.
So Braves will sub some players out here on the icing, I believe, from the Braves.
That looked to be a very short icing.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna. I guess they're calling it an icing, but it was a very short one. I didn't think it was far enough. Or I didn't think it was past the blue line when it was released. So. Vinny is trying to make something happen, and now a nice opportunity there from Nebraska, however, diffused by Beckwith and Malbon. Now into the corners, Peyton Frank. Peyton Frank fighting with the speed of Vinny Felice. Vinny Felice takes it, dangles around 2, behind the back shot, and it's saved off the pads of Zach Holt. McQueen now gets it out, trying to get behind the ice. Or behind the net, excuse me. Hard to play this game behind the ice, Thatcher.
Definitely.
And a nice hit there by Straker, kind of just using his body to move Colby Butts to the ground. He got him from behind, as Butts now has it and is going to try and send it an and around to his teammate. That's Ethan Schmelzer. Schmelzer didn't have anything in front of him. He had 3 men in red, so instead he deals it back into the corner. A big hit there, put Malbon to the wall. That looked like it jarred with him and got him a little bit discombobulated on his get-up. Shot there from near point-blank range, and Elijah Gates able to just deflect it off his body. 14 left on the clock as... Wow, I mean, I don't know if the ice is just slick or what, but Jack Beatty hit the deck and used the boards as a push-off as he slid all the way behind the net before getting back up. A lot of physicality here, including Kagar Lucas with Wes Straker on the near boards. However, Straker able to clear it. However, since it's called icing, Bradley not able to make any changes. Changes will be made for all 5 on the Cornhusker side.
We see the Cornhuskers are playing this game a lot differently than they started off yesterday. We saw them in the first 10 minutes of the game really not be able to get anything going, and so far they've had a lot of momentum, lots of shots that just haven't been able to go, but they are playing with a better pace and just seems like a different mentality out on the ice compared to yesterday.
Corrales tried to send it down ice. Shantanen picks it off, and the Braves are able to get the line change since Shantanen took it halfway down. It's Malbon in the corner with Nico as well as a couple Cornhuskers. They're trying to get it out of the defensive zone unsuccessfully, and Christian Clover almost got a shot off on Gates. However, Bradley's defense too strong as Nico Felice trying to show off the Felice speed and get to the wall and get the puck. However, instead, it's Zach Del Sante who keeps it against the boards. Gates with a block there as Malbon gets it across ice to Blessing. Blessing's going to take it himself. He's not able to get a shot. Instead, he picks it back up in the corner. Centering pass to Spence. Spence not able to take a shot, and Nico unable to connect thanks to Christian Clover poking that one away and back into the corner for the Cornhuskers. That was a great opportunity there by Blessing that Christian Clover just defused. I heard a whistle, but we're not stopping play. And very awkward shot there by Grady Blessing. He was on the ground. He kind of just saucered it as David Meadows, now seeing the ice for the first time this season, trying to make something happen with his opportunity. He's not able to connect, but Bosley takes a shot, and off the, can't tell if it was the deflection or Bosley, but puck is in the net. A goal for the Braves. Was it Bosley? Was it a deflection? We don't know. Either way, 1-0 here early.
As Caden mentioned earlier, Bosley, one of the Braves defensemen, has been trying to make something happen this weekend, taking multiple shots as a defenseman, and he finally, if no deflection, gets one to go into the net from a shot from almost the blue line there.
His teammates congratulated him like it was his goal, so we're going to call it that was Bosley's first career goal in college. Congrats to him. Nebraska, with 12 minutes remaining in the first period, needs to answer. They've played both games where they started down 1-0 now. They need something here before the first ends. Last night, they were tied at 0 going into the first intermission. Can't be tied at 0 again, thanks to Carter Bosley.
And the puck just went off of Bouchard there from a pass from Picos into the Cornhuskers bench. Teams will regroup here as there will be a face-off dropped right in front of the Cornhuskers bench.
Contreras wins the draw, but a nice fight there from the Cornhuskers. That was Ethan Schmelzer, who put a lot of pressure on Bradley after they won the draw. Contreras behind the net, not finding a friend, so he's going to dump it, and it's picked up by Tyler Mapes. Mapes gets it to Contreras. Contreras is shot a little bit wide of the net there. Meadows has a nice shot on goal, and off the blocker, back to the defense of the Braves. A shot there from Picos, but it met 3 men in black before it gets to the net. As Picos tried to get it just past the blue line so that his guys could get a change, and it went out of play.
Looked like their Contreras and Meadows were trying to set something up to maybe get Meadows his first goal of the year there, which came up unsuccessful, as now will be basically a replay of what we saw just about 2 minutes ago, a face-off in front of the Cornhuskers bench.
Vinny Felice with a nice shot there, but called offsides well beforehand.
I talked to Vinny before the game about how kind of just the season so far, and he is hungry for that first goal after a very successful freshman season.
As the ref hit the deck there off the face-off. Not sure exactly which side hit him, but somebody did, in the aggression that these teams are using to go for that puck. And around there from Felice, but Holt read him like a book. Another save by Holt, and another one. 3 in a row for Zach Holt, and a little bit of a scramble between Berger and Caleb Coe after the whistle.
Looks like the Braves are starting to pick up where they left off yesterday. Lots of aggressiveness and putting a lot of shots on the Cornhuskers goalie. Holt kind of picking up where Meyer finished yesterday. Unfortunately, did let up 1 goal here in the first so far, but after 3 straight saves, got to kind of give him his flowers right there.
Grady Blessing on the draw, gets it back, but not hard enough, and it goes to a breakaway for Magliola, and Wes Straker going to just stand still and make Merolda just go into him, which resulted in a lost puck as Straker stayed tall. And another offside to the Braves. I haven't been keeping count, but that's at least 3 or 4. You know, we don't normally see Wes Straker line up as a defender, but I mean, I'm only counting one natural defender on the ice for the Braves. So did Wes Straker make a move, or is Coach Gertz running 4 offensemen?
Not sure. And with the Braves also basically allowing their defensemen to take shots, I mean, I think everyone's just kind of alternating positions and roles here on the ice. It also looked like we missed a penalty on the Cornhuskers as number 6, Colby Coe, headed to the box for a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, and Grady Blessing now to the box for the Braves. So it'll be a minute 37 of 4-on-4 action, followed by what? We're sports com majors, not math majors. 23 seconds of a man advantage for the Cornhuskers.
That would be correct.
Or for the Cornhuskers.
All right.
A breakaway for Vinny Felice, and a little bit of a out for Holt, and immediately afterwards, Vinny is going to get pushed by Kagar Lucas, and the refs immediately telling Lucas that play was dead. He didn't touch your goalie. You don't need to hit him in the back.
Yeah, that basically seemed very not necessary for the Cornhuskers, as Felice Vinny was trying to basically just get that puck to try and score, and tried basically halting his skates as quick as he can so he didn't collide with the Cornhuskers goalie.
It will be a 4-on-3. It's Landon Wagner, not the guy who made the hit, the guy who came to talk to the ref afterwards. And we're playing it as a 4-on-4, so I'm guessing that's a 5-minute major for the Cornhuskers. Not something Landon Wagner really wants on his resume.
Yeah, definitely had some words for the referee, you have to assume, there to lead to that penalty.
Cornhuskers, even with the Braves in strength. It's Christian Clover with it. Now Vinny Felice with a poke. Vinny Felice trying to just lay one under the wickets, however unsuccessful. Vinny in the corner gets it around to his brother Nico. Nico trying to get it back, but unsuccessful. And now a high sticking call. Not sure which side. I think it's on Nebraska. Either way, a high sticking for someone, and it is Nebraska. That is Kagar Lucas. The box now has 3 for the guys in black.
Yeah, the Cornhuskers box is starting to fill up here, and it basically seems to all have stemmed from Vinny Felice on that one play where, again, didn't seem any intention from Felice of trying to collide or bump into the goalie, and the Cornhuskers just seem to be taking that kind of personally here.
We're still playing it as a 4-on-4, which makes me very confused because they've got 2 guys in the box for 2-minute penalties. So why? And I think finally the confusion has been fixed, and that's Christian Glover who's going over to the bench. So it is going to be a 4-on-3. It'll be a 4-on-3 for a minute 6. Then for 26 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-3. And a 4th guy now goes to the box for Nebraska. That's Jack Betty. Wow. So it'll be... I'm not sure what that last penalty was. A shot there by Rock is saved. And there's a goal for the Braves. That's Reese Durford's first collegiate goal. Through all the confusion, through all the smoke screens, Durford scores on the 4-on-3.
The Braves taking advantage of the the power play here as Durford, after picking up his first collegiate point yesterday, picks up his first collegiate goal here today in the second game of this homestand. And you got to think that these freshmen are making an impact, and they're doing it early and showing the home crowd what they are all about and that they are here to stay for the next 4 years.
One of the biggest issues with the Braves as we entered the season is how were they going to fare with such a strong senior class graduating, and I think this freshman class is giving the answer to all those folks at home.
Yeah, definitely. Both goals coming today from two brand new players to the Braves roster this year, with Bosley picking up the first and now Reese Durford picking up the second.
And I mean, you go back to yesterday, half the goals were scored by freshmen.
Exactly. Blue Beckwith picking up 2 of those 4 goals yesterday, and then Spence and Contreras with the other 2.
There's 9:15 on the clock. There's a minute left of the Grady Blessing penalty. I know, that feels like so long ago. And then there will be about 30 seconds of a man advantage for the Braves following. Nico has it. Nico gets it out to his brother Vinny. We're at 4-on-4. Body stop there, and thought that it might have been called dead because it hit the flags here in the Owens Center, but didn't hit the rafters, and so we play on. It's Durford now with it. He's trying to do the end around. Instead, he'll just walk it back, get it to Vinny. Vinny's going to send it behind the glass, around. Beckwith hits the deck. Durford just going to pick it up, send it back to Malbon. Malbon gets it to Beckwith from behind the goal. Beckwith, centering ice, and he hits the post there. Zach Holt very close to allowing a third in just 12 minutes. His post saved that one from the disaster.
Beckwith was trying to join in on the freshman fun here, getting his third goal.
Good shot from Christian Glover from distance off the blocker of Gates. Now Bradley's going to have a 2-man rush, a 2-on-1 opportunity. However, Magliola with some nice skating gets himself involved. Bradley has a man advantage for 17 more seconds, just under 8 here to play in the first.
Holt just smothered that one, finally kind of giving himself a chance to reset and breathe after the Braves just basically laying it on for the past 5-6 minutes of this game.
Nebraska realizing they get to have a 4th guy out there. They'll be joined by Colby Butts. As Nebraska is going to get a nice clear here. 10 seconds left on the man advantage for the Braves. Nebraska wants to just draw this time up, end the penalty. They've still got 3 men sitting in the box. As the penalty is up, they do go back to 5-on-5, so 2 guys in the box for Nebraska on 5-minute majors or more.
Yesterday we saw 8 combined penalties between the 2 teams, and already might surpass that total just alone in this first period here tonight.
A hard shot there from Colby Butts, however, it went far high out of play. Stoppage of play at 7:25 here remaining in the first.
Braves keeping that, like we mentioned, the key for them today was finding that momentum that they found yesterday and just riding the wave, and they've seemed to do so far early in this first period.
Malbon from behind the net, trying to make some magic happen. Instead, he dumps it, and it's picked up by the defense. However, off the deflection of the skate, it gets back into Bradley's zone with the Braves' control. A big hit there on Grayson Boyd by Max Picos. Nico Felice and Malbon in the corner. They get it out to Blessing. Grady Blessing doesn't have a friend in front of him. He has to resort backwards. He finds Andrew Spence, the captain, trying to get another goal, and instead he shoots a little bit wide. Blessing into the corner. He steals it. He tries to shoot from behind the net, trying to get it off the goal. He's backing in. Unsuccessful. Braves have it again. It's Nico. Nico cross ice to McQueen. McQueen would like to join the Bradley freshman goal scoring fun as Blessing gets it to McQueen. McQueen's shot off, then saved on the chest of Holt.
McQueen, also one of the Braves defensemen, trying to get some shots off as well. That's kind of been a common theme here this weekend, is the defenseman kind of becoming into like secondary offensemen for the Braves, with Melbon and Bosley also taking multiple shots.
Contreras wins the draw, shoots off the bat, and barely a save off the blocker there from Holt, and icing now called by Gates. A little bit of a questionable icing call, as Nebraska, Caleb Siebel, as well as Trevor Hoffman made a very valiant effort to call that one off. However, refs still whistle it dead.
As now the Braves will have a chance to regain control in the Cornhuskers zone.
Stallo has it. He gets it across to Contreras. Contreras is shot a little wide of the net.
Cornhuskers tried for a breakaway there, but just, again, unable to find any momentum and get anything to go.
Bouchard has it in the corner. He gets it up to Contreras. Contreras with a centering pass, but it is taken away by the Nebraska defense. They're going to regroup, and pressure now coming from Bouchard. Bouchard sticked at that one. Gets it to Contreras. Contreras tried to get it back to Stallo. Stallo not able to get to the puck in time. It's the Nebraska offense now who has an attack. It's Jeremy Cater with the puck. He was not active on the roster yesterday, as Zach Del Sante now taking it from back at the center ice. Gousset tries to get an end around, instead picked up by a little bit of a tussle. It was Christian Glover, but he lost control to Stallo and Contreras. And now the puck getting cleared by Bradley. Nebraska fighting hard to get it back into the offensive side. And now it's Bew Beckwith trying to get back and get control. He does get the steal in the corner. His shot, save, and then another off the rebound. It'll be stopped by Holt, and now a real tussle between the Braves and I'm pretty sure that started because Beckwith got hit to the ground and Vinny Felice came to the aid of his teammate, but the net is out. I'm hoping Holt is okay as that net kind of slammed into his back, as that looks like Tyler Mapes as well as Bew Shanahan and a couple other Cornhuskers were involved. Gousset now having a conversation with the coaches of Nebraska, and they're kind of laughing him off.
It also looked like Matthew Berger got involved in that scuffle as well. He was hit to the ground and immediately got right back up, trying to get back involved, but his teammates pulling him out to avoid any potential penalties.
Yeah, nothing called on either side, as puck behind the net by Peyton Frank wants to get it out of his defensive zone, and they are going to call that one went. That's going to be a penalty for the Braves. I think that's a trip.
Might be on Beckwith there, and honestly, Beckwith might just be trying to, I guess, get revenge for getting hit in the back, it seemed like.
Yeah, it will be Bew Beckwith with a 2-minute penalty now. And so, Nebraska not able to score until their except for their one penalty. Their only goal yesterday with Siebel came on their last power play. Tonight, they need to start with a more power play luck early, solely because they're down too early. And they only scored one yesterday off of 6 power play opportunities. So.
Yeah. And now this is already, like I said, we might have seen the total penalties surpass already here in the first period from yesterday. And, with the 4 of the Cornhuskers in the box at once and now 2 Braves going in the box, we've already tied it.
Yep. And Spence with a body block there was able to clear it and get a change for the Braves, as Grady Blessing now with a steal. Pike gets it across to Pykos, and Pykos gets it down ice so that the 2 defenders get a break. In the span of 30 seconds, Nebraska hasn't taken a shot, and Bradley has changed 3 times.
Bradley just basically probably wants to just keep the Cornhuskers on their skates and get new fresh faces out there to like avoid potential conflicts or injuries.
Yeah, getting fresh legs just always proves well in a penalty kill to eliminate the defensive prowl. We got 3:25 left here in the first quarter, 45 seconds left on the power play for Nebraska. Now Colby Butts hits his butt on the ice behind the net. A little bit of a tussle there, as now everybody kind of slowing down, and there a big hit by Malbon on Butts into the wall. Reciprocated. Gousset gets hit into the wall. Not sure who that was. Gates with a big shot high. He's able to knock it down and put his glove on it to stop the clock.
Gates looked like he wore that one right off the B in the center of his jersey there, and able to smother it to avoid any other potential shots going off on him, giving him a few seconds to kind of regroup and recover after that shot. The Braves also will still be down a man for the next 23 seconds.
And that one is good. Now it's going to be a breakaway for Berger. Berger tries to get around his defender. Instead, it's tipped away. Berger then goes to the ref, wants a call, and he might get it, or he's going to the box himself. And he's going to the box himself. He was just arguing. He wasn't wanting a call.
Yeah, it kind of looked like one of the Cornhuskers kind of laid a late hit into Berger, and Berger wanted almost an unnecessary hit, and Berger wanted that called and is very displeased that the ref sent him to the box over the Cornhuskers.
He's trying to overhear now the explanation being given to Coach Gertz of the Braves. So now for 12 seconds, there will be, and Wes Straker going out on the ice, so it'll still be a 5-on-4. Looks like Berger's penalty might be more than just 2 minutes. So now only 5 seconds remain on the man advantage for Nebraska, as no one knows where the puck is in front of the net. Finally, Wes Straker gets it. Straker now zooming down the ice. He's staying along the walls, tries to get it around. He has control still. How does he do it? No one knows. His shot goes wide, though, as Corrales trying to corral it in the corner. 2:25 left in the first period. Across the boards to Jawan Kim. Kim loses control to Gousset, but Tyler Mapes delivers a big hit on Mapes. Corrales gets it from behind the net. He now has it in the corner. Corrales trying to find a friend. Instead, two Nebraska Cornhuskers take it from him. Now it's Wes Straker who got it back. Straker dumping it for Corrales again. Corrales tries a centering pass to Beckwith. Instead, it hits the net. And now off the rebound, it is in the glove. And more fighting there. And that is going to be Corrales grabbing the neck of one of the Cornhuskers. It started with Blue Beckwith getting hit after the whistle was blown. And in retaliation, Corrales got a hold of Dylan Inslacco.
We mentioned it on the opener that the physicality will most likely be a factor in today's game, and in this first period there's been a lot of physicality. Corrales coming to the aid of his teammate Beckwith, and as Beckwith has kind of been taking a lot of the beating so far here.
Yeah, nice save there from off Blessing's shot by Holt. You know, there's some times where the aggression is respected, and there's other times where it gets out of hands, and I'm not sure what the refs need to do exactly, as there's still two Cornhuskers as well as Matthew Berger in the box, but something needs to change quickly because the physicality has gotten a little bit too out of hand, as David Meadows makes a nice play. It'll go unnoticed, but diving over the blue lines that Blessing could get the 2-on-1 shot. Blessing's shot, however, went a little bit wide. But as I was saying, there's a point where the aggression gets out of hand, and I think we're well past that here from both sides, as now Meadows is having a tussle with Holt in the crease.
Yeah, I think the refs need to basically pull both coaches aside after this first period and basically say that if things don't get under control, that ejections might have to start coming, because you don't want to see players getting injured, you don't want to see anyone getting hurt, and that could be the case if one of these tussles gets out of hand.
It's Contreras now with it. A little bit of a wide shot. Yeah, it's the second or the fourth game of the season, depending on which team you're talking about. Nobody from either side wants to go home injured, as there, Vinny Felice on Nico's shot hit Holt, the goaltender, in the back.
Yeah, I mean, some of the physicality with the goalie and bumping into other players definitely does seem accidental and unintentional, but some of it is
right. Some of this after the whistle stuff is where we're getting out of hand.
You saw Nico Felice on the ground trying to make a shot go in.
That was a great effort by him. Nico wins the draw, gets it over to Vinny. However, a body block there by Buchanan. As Nico again gets it. That time it was stopped in the air by Joe Studman for Nebraska. Tussle on the wall. We got 45 seconds remaining here in the first period. As Malbon trying to poke it away, and now the arm is up for Nebraska. A penalty will be in effect for Nebraska, so the Braves trying to get a calculated attack, and no penalty called, excuse me. McQueen now has it. 25 seconds left. The arm was up for the ref at a penalty, but he put it down. He changed his mind as Vinny getting a little bit of taps from the back, making a wide shot, and Contreras not able to pick it up. Nebraska tries an offensive attack there. However, the pass to Buchanan not connecting. So Bradley's going to hold it in the defensive zone, and they're just going to wait for these 5 seconds to expire and go into the intermission up 2. Thatcher, what do you think needs to be said, maybe not by the two coaches, but by the refs here at in the intermission?
I think these refs just need to figure it out and figure out a way to limit the amount of damage that can be done between the players here. That, again, some of this stuff is unintentional, but the constant tussles that keep coming after the whistle is getting out of hand, and we want to avoid as many injuries as we can, as this is only the Cornhuskers' second game and Braves' fourth, so there's still a full season of hockey left to play.
Right, and Matthew Boyd having a deep conversation now on the ice with the official. He's the last skater out there. I think one thing to note is, like you said, Thatcher, there's these stick taps, there's the pushing and shoving, there's the hits on the boards during the whistle. Then there's also the whistle ending and somebody getting decked or course collared, and we need some control here, and I think that needs to come sooner rather than later, and it's just how do the refs approach it, because sending guys in the box for 5 minutes apiece hadn't been solving it. Now, one thing to note is that yesterday, there was pretty much no physicality for the first 10 minutes of both of the first and the second period, and then the second half of the first and the second period, it was getting physical. Today, we saw a new level that we didn't reach yesterday, and it started probably about 2 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, I think a lot of that might just have to do with the Cornhuskers trying to get something going for them after a very kind of lackluster game yesterday. They didn't have much momentum throughout the game, so definitely some aggression probably from them, and then the aggression is just being reciprocated by the Braves.
We're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Delaney. What do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. A huge action-packed first period here, which is crazy in comparison to that first period yesterday. Seeing a ton of action from the Braves in general, but especially, as I said yesterday, this rookie class is taking huge advantage of having this home crowd. Carter Bosley with his first goal and his first college points as a Brave and in college in general, as well as Durford with his first college goal after he had his first points and that assist yesterday. You can tell these Braves wanted. This rookie class especially is out here going for every opportunity they have. Huge period in terms of penalties for both teams. Obviously not what you're looking to see, but if the Braves can keep this momentum that this rookie class is carrying, they could have a huge game today. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Delaney. Yeah, as you mentioned, Bradley comes away 2-0. Last night, 0-0 to start the first period. Tonight, two freshmen do it for the Braves, and they're going to go into intermission with more assurance than they did yesterday. Nebraska now has two periods to play where they're down, or at least for now, 2 periods to play where they're down.
Yeah, the Cornhuskers are definitely going to have to regroup in the locker room and kind of figure out how they can turn the aggression they have towards the Braves into a kind of more so aggressive play on the ice that leads to more shots on goal, because right now the puck is staying a lot on the side of the Cornhuskers, and basically all their fighting and aggression is going for nothing right now except penalties.
Right, aggression is not a bad thing, and it is a great motivator, as you said, to get these guys in the momentum change from yesterday. We'll see if the aggression can spark something in the Cornhuskers in the locker room, or maybe to start the second period with some more aggression. Who knows? But we will let you see for yourselves here in under 13 minutes. You're watching the Bradley Hockey Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to this Bradley hockey game here at the Owens Center. The Braves are taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And just to recap the first period for you here in case you missed it, we saw two first-time goals. The first coming from Carter Bosley, and he picked up his first collegiate goal. And then the second coming from Reese Durford, picking up his first collegiate goal, second collegiate point there. And it was a pretty physical first period. Caden, what were your thoughts on all of that action that transpired?
Yeah, Bradley really just controlled the puck on in the offensive zone. Nebraska not really able to answer with as many shots as Bradley was taking. Math does a little simple thing. When you take more shots, there's a higher odds you're going to score more than the opponent. Nebraska really needs to come out this period and just take a lot more opportunities. They don't need as many quality opportunities. They just need to keep peppering the not as experienced Elijah Gates.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Elijah Gates, this is his first start of the year, as Nick Niemeyer started the other 3 games for the Braves so far in this early season. But Gates and the rest of the Braves take the ice, as it will be the first line back out there of Spence, Blessing, and Felice, backed up by the defensemen Bosley and Gousset, as Felice Nico will be doing the face-off here in the second, and the puck has been dropped. Cornhuskers win the face-off, but Spence bats the puck down, but number 13 for the Cornhuskers, Trevor Hoffman, took it away, as now it will get sent over towards the Braves goalie Gates, and an icing is called.
Yeah, Caleb Siebel there made a great effort to try and cancel out that icing. Not sure if the ref really considered it, but a valiant effort either way. Only 20 seconds into this one, but teams definitely both look a lot calmer. We'll see how long that lasts here, Thatcher.
Yeah, definitely is. Felice wins the draw off to Blessing, then Gousset fires the puck off around the back of the net there. A little tussle in the corner. No one in control of the puck right now. Spence and looked like Felice fighting for it. Puck regained by Blessing. Blessing still in control up against the boards. He dumps it off behind the net. Spence races over and lays a big hit into the Cornhuskers there. That looked like to be number 4, Tyler Mapes, on the back end of that hit. Mapes now tries passing it over to Peyton Frank, and now Frank takes a tumble to the ground, and Beckwith lays in a hit there against the boards. Gousset went for a shot, missed, but then passes it over to Vinny Felice in the corner, but he loses control due to 2 Cornhuskers right on him. But regains the puck, trying to make something happen. Dishes a pass over to Beckwith. Beckwith now pass it over to Felice. Felice shot is high and off the back net there.
Yeah, quick reminder for those of you who weren't tuned in to the first, there was a couple 10-minute majors handed out, and so Berger as well as a Cornhusker still sitting in the box. We're playing 5-on-5, but a man that can't be utilized for each team, and for Bradley, one of your top offensive weapons and biggest bodies.
Yeah, Berger was one of the starters in yesterday's game, and so provides great size for the Braves, as Contreras looking to look for a goal there, but ends up on the ground with number 9, Beam Shanahan there. So now the puck will get fired into the Braves bench by Beckwith, it seemed, because Coach Kurtz there seem very kind of confused of what the Braves were going for.
Yeah, not sure if Beckwith has something against backup goaltender tonight, Braden Wickline, but that one skidded very close to his head, and he is wearing a baseball cap, not a mask, so that wouldn't have been pretty if it did hit him.
Corrales off the face-off, loses his stick. Oh, that was not Corrales. That was Reese Durford. Lost his stick and then immediately went for a big hit.
Yeah, the penalty on that one will go to Buchanan after he kind of stopped the fast break by eliminating your ability to score.
Yeah, it seemed like Durford there was going for his second goal of the game and had an opportunity to do so, but due to that penalty, lost his stick and ultimately eliminating that opportunity for Durford. Now Nico Felice will be doing the face-off.
With 17:47, Bradley will have the power play.
Vinny now with the puck. Shot fired. Or was that a pass? Not really sure there, but his brother Nico with the puck, and now he will come off the ice. Now Vinny regains the puck. He is going for his first goal of the season off the goalie, Zach Holt. Now Spence passes it over to Rack, and Rack now with the shot. Now Contreras with the puck, passes it over to Straker. Straker now the Braves kind of taking their time here, they are running this kind of play right here.
Penalty is on the ice, so the Bradley Braves put Gates on the bench and are running 6-on-4 now. Another
shot there from Vinny. They trying to dump one in, and it seems like Vinny did get one to go in, but it looks like it will be waved off by the referee.
Not sure if it went in or not. Either way, the refs are calling it a no goal.
As Felice thought he had his first goal of this season, but unfortunately, if it was either stopped by Holt or called off by the referee, not exactly sure.
Nebraska thinks they can, nope, never mind. Now they're finally going down to 3. So the Braves for 56 seconds will have a 5-on-3, followed by another minute and a couple added seconds of 5-on-4 once again.
Straker loses the puck off the pass from Gousset, but regains control. Now he's driving up the ice. Shot fired off one of the Cornhuskers. Now it will be Blessing going for it, and he is batted down by Kager Lucas. Gousset with pass to Gousset, deflected there. Gousset now in control of the puck. Over to Blessing, back to Gousset. Over to Straker. Straker up the middle, shot off, and Blessing shoots one high off the glass there.
Yeah, Blessing shot there a little bit too quick. He would have had a goal with half a net open if he just took his time.
Blessing again going for another shot, unsuccessful of getting that one to go in. And it looked like Tyler Bouchard, back-to-back shots, unable to go off the blocker of Holt.
First penalty is cleared, so it is 5-on-4.
Gousset fired one off there, and Bouchard again going for a shot on Holt.
Yeah, slap shot from point-blank range, not able to connect.
Braves with all the momentum in this first 5 minutes of the second period so far. Back over to Gousset, to Blessing. Blessing, middle of the ice, fires. Looked like batted off the back of the Cornhusker. Can't see the number there.
That's the first clearing that Nebraska has had in their 3.5 minutes of penalty kill. And now Trevor Hoffman going to make his presence known as Bradley starts one final attack.
The Braves looking to get something going here for the third goal of the game. Vinny Felice fires one off the glass there. Now over to Rock, and now Nico Felice has it. Both brothers going for the puck. Passes it over to Picos, to Rock. Rock almost looked like a shot / pass there, but puck will head back towards the Braves end as Pykos recovers it.
Nebraska back up to full strength, and hats have to go off to keeper Zach Holt for having a lot of great opportunities that he stopped, as now an icing will be called.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Holt basically for the past 6 minutes has been battered by the Braves. Non-stop shots, slap shots from all over the ice coming his way and not letting a single one in.
The box is cleared for Nebraska. Berger still sits on the edge for the Braves. Yeah, you know, if you're Nebraska, the one thing you needed coming into this period was to apply pressure to Bradley. You just had 6 straight minutes of defense. You need to flip a switch right now.
Yeah, the Cornhuskers looking to recover here. So they have the puck tried passing it down to number... Couldn't see that there, but the Braves immediately get the puck right back, but cleared back into their end as the icing will be called.
Yeah, 13:43 left to play here in the second period, as Bradley has shown time and time again that their defense and their just pressure that they apply is not going to let Elijah Gates get touched, and I think Gates is going to give them all a piece of cake afterwards for his valiant performance.
Yeah, Gates definitely not having to do a lot of work here tonight, especially in that first, and so far in first 6.5 minutes of the second, not having to do much either. This will now be Trevor Hoffman on the attack for the Cornhuskers. His shot is wide, but it will be, but Contreras picks the puck up and it goes out of play, hit that net surrounding the glass.
You know, I made the comment of how they don't need to be quality shots, but they do need to be hitting Gates. I mean, shoot it straight at his face, right at the center of right at the B logo if you have to. You just need something going against the goal. I would be shocked if I found that Nebraska has more than 5 on net so far tonight.
Yeah, definitely a low shot total for the Cornhuskers. Felice won the faceoff for the Braves, but in the Braves' attempt to get the puck on attack, the Cornhuskers stopped them in their tracks. But Vinny Felice passes the puck over to David Meadows, who gives it pretty much right back to the Cornhuskers.
And Meadows had to have thought somebody was in front of him.
But Felice went for a shot there, but now he's kind of playing around with the puck, passes it over to his brother, Vinny. Meadows tried pushing one in. Now Nico trying to push one in, and Meadows gets hit in the back, but seemed unintentional maybe there.
He's even waving it off to everybody, telling everybody that was not on purpose. Don't start this again. Nico also was hit in behind the net. Couldn't exactly tell if the hit came or not before the whistle, but he definitely hit the ice after the whistle was blown.
Yeah, Nico definitely was trying to make something happen there, and I think just the physicality of the situation kind of came into a factor. But now the Cornhuskers, number 2, Kim with the puck, passes it over to 93. But Insuleko there against the boards, but the Braves immediately getting the puck right back. And Straker passes it over to Contreras. Contreras, shot fired, saved by Holt. Right at the chest there of Holt.
You know, the physicality isn't back yet, but it's tiptoeing towards the door here at the Owens Center. Another big hit into the boards behind the goalie there from Nebraska. It's not a matter of time before Bradley starts hitting back, and I don't want to see what happens to follow.
Lost the faceoff, but Straker gets the puck. His shot is good, and it will go in the net to put the Braves up 3-0. Straker's first goal of the game, off the assist from Blessing.
And you can see the excitement in Wes Straker the Stryker family here to watch, as well as the disappointment in Nebraska, especially in Jawan Kim, who just put his stick over his head and just couldn't believe it. 3-0 was the score yesterday after the third. I'm sorry, in the middle of the third. It's 3-0 without even half the game going by.
Yeah, as we're not even halfway done with the second period here yet, and the Braves adding on to their total, going up 3-0 off that goal from Wes Stryker. Now the puck will go right back to the Braves as Blue Beckwith going for the puck, but picked up. But Rox got it, and he fires it down to number 9 of the Cornhuskers. Blessing picks the puck up, and he will get it over to as Blue Beckwith gets one to go in the net again. His third goal in this series, first one here tonight, and the Braves' second goal in less than a minute.
Yeah, Bradley 4-0 now, as that one was dislodged, so there was a hesitancy. It wasn't confusion, just hesitancy after that one was scored by Nebraska if it went in. Even the ref now telling Holt to hang your head up high, as it's 4-0 here with 11:07 to go, and it looks like no sign of a change in net for Nebraska, but something has to change dramatically as Blue Beckwith, like you said, it hadn't scored any in NIU, but now has 3 in 2 games against Nebraska.
Yeah, Beckwith hoping he can play Nebraska every weekend now as he scores his third goal of the series. And now the puck will be in control by the Cornhuskers as they are looking to make something happen. Number 7, Caleb Siebel over there in the corner with the puck pass. Attempting a pass to Jack Betty. Betty with the puck, but Gates swats the puck away from them. Betty still with the puck. Shot kind of looks like he tried shooting it from behind the net there, as Melbon is now in the corner with Hoffman. Hoffman kind of with a weak pass over to Siebel. Berger going after the puck. Hoffman almost crossing up with one of his teammates as now Siebel basically just cleared the puck there. Now Jack McQueen pushing the puck down the ice, attempted a pass to Durford, but Corrales will push the puck back towards the net of the Cornhuskers. Less than 10 minutes left here in the second. Melbon with the puck, fires it over to the other side, but it will be picked up by Kager Lucas. Lucas now with the puck, passes it. Caleb Coe now with the puck. Coe over to Lucas, back over to Coe, and now but Spence picks it up, and all these passes from the Cornhuskers, haven't really resulted in much. The Braves have not let them cross the blue line until just now.
Yeah, Joe Studman with the steal there, but immediately it was diffused by Gousset and the Braves defense.
Felice shot blocked off the blockers of Holt. Felice now trying to make something happen to get his first goal of the weekend. Pass over to Blessing. Blessing unable to corral the puck, so it will head to the goalie Gates, and Gousset now will take control of the puck. Passes it to the captain Spence. Now Insaleko with the puck. Insaleko pushing it down the ice, but he tried getting the pass off to Kim, but it just basically went straight to the boards. And now the Braves back in control, but regained by Kim. Kim tried pushing one in off Gates. Now there's a bunch of players surrounding Gates, both from the Cornhuskers and Braves.
Yeah, Elijah Gates able to just freeze that one, get a new set of a new line for his guys, some fresh legs. 8:07 had been a long time without a whistle. He needs the fresh legs. Bradley put a lot of pressure going up 4-0 on Nebraska, and they're definitely trying to claw their way back into it, but they haven't shown any strong fight yet.
Beckwith going down the ice, is shot wide off the net, going for his second goal this period.
Berger back on the ice for his first time in a while, and he's starting to brawl.
And again, the physicality that we saw a lot of in the first is starting to pick back up here in the second. Berger and Beckwith, the two of them have been in a lot of it today. Berger seeming to be needed to be pulled away by his teammates, while Beckwith kind of seemed to diffuse the situation between the Braves and Cornhuskers. Contreras now will do the face-off for the Braves. Over to Picos. Picos shot off the blocker of Holt. Now picked up there, no one in full control. Now the Cornhuskers are trying to push it down the ice. Delasante in the tangle there, but Picos now has the puck. Tried going for a pass, but no one seemed to be there. And Porter Stallo is against the boards. Dave Meadows almost with a shot. Dave Meadows again, this is his first game of the season as he just got sent down to the ice. Jacob Rock with the puck, passes it over to his other defenseman, Picos, but picked up by Contreras. Contreras' shot is off the chest of Holt.
Yeah, it was a strong shot there by Contreras, but it went straight at him. You know, Picos was stood up by the defender, looks like Zach Del Sante. It was a great play by Del Sante, but unfortunately for Del Sante, puck kind of dribbled the lucky direction for Contreras to have a nice breakaway and a clean attack on Holt.
Felice with the face-off. So now again, the puck, no one in control of the puck. Both Felice and puck will be taken up by Colby Butts down the ice. His shot is saved by Gates and into the back net.
Yeah, Butts immediately hanging his head after that one. He wanted it. He wanted to be the first one to strike and to change the side. So far, Caleb Siebel, the only player for Nebraska to score this season. And Butts was really hoping he'd be the second man up.
Butts with the puck, but a hit into the boards by McQueen, but is able to recover, and then the puck will go right back out of play.
Now waiting on a new puck here before we get back into it. As you know, I don't think you can talk enough about the amount or what Bradley's freshmen have done. Yes, Wes Straker scored one tonight, but the other three have all came from freshmen, and half the goals yesterday came from freshmen.
Yeah, the freshmen are the impact players of this series, to say the least. 5 goals from 3 of them, and 3 coming from Beckwith. Now,
and Nico Felice scoring on the road last week at Northern Illinois.
Now the puck, as Butts still going for that puck, he wants to make something happen. You can see he is determined to get the Cornhuskers on the board in this period and try and help erase this deficit. He's on his knees, passes it over to Schmelzer, but nothing there. Is now puck will be pushed up the court, up the ice by Straker and Durford. Durford shot, no good. Corrales up against the board, hits the puck.
Now, one thing's for certain, Bradley has no sign of slowing down here with 5:30 left in the second.
Yeah, the Braves playing fast and aggressive in this period. Shot from the blue line from Bosley, going for his second goal of the game. It was saved by Holt. Now puck being pushed down the ice again by Butts, but nothing to make of that. Is now Blessing going down the ice.
He stole it halfway, went all the way back, and is now trying to score it himself.
Gives it over to Spence. Spence now gives it to Felice. Puck back with Blessing. Blessing against the boards. Gives it to the captain, Spence. Spence passes it over to Rock. Rock to Gousset. Rock will recover the puck there. But shot down the ice by Mapes. Now Spence in control of the puck, pushes it down to Blessing, but a bit wide, and it will be ruled an icing.
I'm confused why that was ruled an icing, and I think Grady Blessing is as well, as Blessing was clearly the first one to cross the red line.
Yeah, definitely an interesting call by this ref crew here tonight, but I think maybe part of it is that they're just trying to avoid any unnecessary hits, and that could have been one right there. Now it will be Clover doing the face-off for the Huskers and Felice for the Braves. But Felice now with the puck, middle of the ice. He shot, it will go in! Nico Felice with his first home goal of his collegiate career. Felice really wanted to make one happen yesterday, and he makes one happen here today as the third goal of the period, and another by a freshman.
5 goals tonight for the Braves, 4 for the freshmen. Senior class, you will be missed, you will be remembered, but you've been replaced. These freshmen are showing the Bradley Braves who they are and why they deserve to be the next faces of the franchise.
Yeah. This is a new era of Bradley Braves hockey, and there's a lot to look forward to in the years to come for the Braves now.
Yeah, you know, when you have a foundation as strong as one class, I mean, if your freshmen are your best, in theory, you're just going to get better.
Yeah, the chemistry continues to build, and as you get more comfortable playing with each other, and Bouchard is able to push one in the net after Pykos' shot was deflected off of Holt. Bouchard adds into the scoring fun. The 4th goal of this period. Braves now up 6-0, and another goal in less than a minute here for the Braves.
Yeah, Bouchard really, I would never call a goal a gimme, but with half a net thanks to Holt diving the other way, Bouchard able to just tap one in, making it 6-0.
Now the Braves off the faceoff. Berger now with the puck. His shot is saved by the goalie Holt. Holt, again, not really getting much time to breathe in between these goals, as those last 2 came within a minute of each other.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there from the Braves. Berger, fast break attack, not trying to cause any second of delay, wanting to immediately make Holt feel another one.
Melbon now passes over to Beckwith. Beckwith now gives it to Berger, which is around the net, but gained control by the Cornhuskers there. They're now trying to make a push down the ice, but unable to do so. Now Vinny Felice making a push. His shot off the blocker of the goalie, and Berger again with getting physical with the Cornhuskers.
Berger's going to have a few words for everyone. He was hit, his face mask got hit off, his stick was taken. He just had a fast turnaround as well. If the Braves were smart, they'd get a captain over to Berger and just help get him off that ice.
Yeah, Berger will come off the ice there. Again, trying to avoid any unnecessary penalties, especially being up 6-0. There's no point in getting yourself in the box.
3:20 left here in the second period, and it's hard to believe 6 goals and we still have 23 minutes left to play in regulation.
Melbon pushing the puck over to Corrales, but Corrales hit up against the boards by 3 Cornhuskers. So now the puck will make its way down towards the goalie Gates, and icing will be called.
Yeah, Bradley, I don't expect to slow down anytime soon, but it is kind of interesting to see what Nebraska does in this situation. I mean, down 6-0. You still are. I mean, you still got 23 minutes to play in regulation. You still have hope, but at the end of the day, the mentality is, if not completely gone from these guys.
Yeah, you have to imagine that bus ride home back to Nebraska is not going to be fun. And Melbon shot just high of the net. Melbon was looking to join in the defenseman fun of getting himself a goal. Melbon again with a sort of a slap pass over to Straker. Now Corrales with the puck, gives it over to Straker, back over to Corrales. Straker now again in control. Now it's back to Corrales. Melbon with the puck. His shot is blocked by one of the Cornhuskers, but he gets the puck right back. Shoots it from center ice, basically trying to just get that puck out of the Cornhuskers' grip, and icing will be called, and the puck will head back down towards the Braves' end.
At 2:06 left to play here in the second, as Nebraska really needs something, and hopefully this icing will help as the face-off off an icing goes directly in front of the opposition's keeper.
Corrales wins the face-off. Durford now pushing it up the ice. Gets past the man. His shot just off the chest of Holt. Almost went in the net there.
And the Nebraska defense really with almost a clutter there, as Holt was looking the other way after the save, and half the net was open with a puck just sitting there. The defender made a behind-the-back pass that nearly got to the Braves.
Durford again on the attack, trying to get his second goal of this game. You say will recover the puck, gets it over to Spence. Spence now kind of in a tussle with Hoffman for that puck. Blessing shot deflected off the arm of Holt. Blessing though, again shot wide of the net. Blessing trying to get one to go in. Nico Felice, his second goal of the game! Nico Felice has another one, and the fifth of the period as the Braves now go up 7-0.
Well, if you're Nebraska, I don't know what your headspace is right now. You still got 1 minute and 8 seconds left, and you've allowed 4 different, but 5 total goals from freshmen. Bradley has 7 goals from 6 different players, and if you span it to 2 days combined, you've got 11 goals from 9 different guys.
Beckwith now on the attack, gets it over to Vinny, but Vinny unable to corral the puck there. Vinny looking to join his brother in the scoring fun. So now we have 45 seconds left here in the period as Rock pokes the puck to Felice. Meadows now over by Felice. Vinny Felice wrapping around the net, trying to get himself open, but he is taken down by 2 of the Cornhuskers. Meadows now with the puck behind the net, trying to make something happen, as now Felice will go down to the ground, and
he's getting held.
As now Vinny, and unable to see which one of the Cornhuskers that is, starting to get into it there.
I mean, he pinned Vinny Felice to the ground and started punching him. If this isn't cause for ejection, I don't know what else is. I get it, you're heated, and I get it, you're not happy with the result of this game. That doesn't warrant pinning someone to the ground and throwing punches. That was number 14, Christian Clover, who the refs are personally having to put in that box. And Vinny Felice going to join him. So something had to have been said on Vinny's end, but either way, punches should never have been thrown.
Yeah. That was uncalled for by Clover, but hopefully both players are okay. The referee's looking to seem to having a discussion about what actually all just transpired. Like you said, gotta just figure that it's just a lot of frustration out of the Cornhuskers after being down 7-0 and giving up 5 goals alone in this period.
And Thatcher, one thing that we did discuss was when is the aggression going to come back in this second period with a very heated first, with a lot of, I wouldn't use the word violence, but with a lot of just built up anger and a lot of late hitting after in a long first period, what felt like. We hadn't seen anything in the second period with 16.1 on the clock. We get probably the, I would use the word dirtiest sequence of the 2 periods tonight. So.
Yeah, definitely the dirtiest sequence. I mean, I don't think we've seen 2 players go to the ground at the same time and one being pinned down pretty much. Just, yeah, unnecessary and not needed in a game like this.
I mean, we were talking in the first period about how the aggression was getting out of hand and not necessary. Talk about getting out of hand and not necessary. There you go, as only a 2-minute penalty will go for Christian Clover. Vinny Felice's penalty will be a major. So I don't know how the script, again, we're not down on the ice. We don't know what was said. We only caught the end of it, but when you see the end, you're kind of in shock at that being the result. And it looks like Jeremy Cater going to join his teammate Clover in the box.
Looks like there's still some confusion on what is happening between the penalties for both teams here. But we will play on now as Blessing does the faceoff. Contreras' shot is off the chest of Holt. Now Blessing with the puck in the final 5 seconds here. And the whistle will be blown with less than a second on the clock.
I can only imagine we're going to drop this and walk and skate off to the tunnels, unless if Nebraska tries a quick shot that they hope can reach the back of the net in under a half a second.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Nebraska's able to get a shot off here, then they deserve the goal, because scoring in under a second is impressive in any regards. So now Blessing will do the face-off again for the Braves, and it will be Caleb Siebel doing the face-off for the Cornhuskers.
You have to hope that Siebel is taking it because they think he can do the quick shot, and it was Siebel who did take a quick shot. Paul Contreras of the Braves did go into the box there as time expired, so the Bradley man advantage for only 15 seconds now will be an even 4-on-4 for 1:44 in the second, followed by 15 seconds of Nebraska man advantage.
And now we will go to our sideline reporter Delaney for more on this game.
Thanks, guys. In the first, we really talked about that rookie star power, that quality that they seem to have that makes them find that net. We saw a lot more of that here in the second period with Beckwith with his 3rd goal of the weekend. His first goal was just yesterday. He had a 2-goal game yesterday, seeing him score another goal again today, as well as Nico Felice scoring his first goals at home. He had his first college goal last weekend at NIU, but today he scored 2 goals in this second period. Huge period for those rookies. Aside from that, we're also seeing these veterans are really coming in here in the second period and using their force, using their wide experience to get that puck in the net. We saw a goal from junior Tyler Bouchard, as well as back-to-back assists from junior and assistant captain Grady Blessing. Obviously, we're seeing those 2 elements combine, the rookie power and the veteran power, hoping to keep that moving here in the third and keep scoring these goals. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Delaney, for that update. And as she said, we're looking to see if the Braves will keep adding on to their total here, potentially maybe making it a double-digit win here tonight.
Yeah, you saw. Well, you weren't able to see, but I noticed while we were down there talking to Delaney that the scorer was re-going through everything with the referee just to make sure all these penalties are accounted for and will be registered correctly when we resume from intermission.
Yeah, now we will take a break and we will rejoin you back here for the final and third period of this game here on the Bradley Braves Hockey Network.
his brother, being on the team with him, pretty sure it was great support for him. And we're about to get this period started.
As the players from both teams are about to retake the ice for the final time this game, bearing any dramatic comeback from the Cornhuskers here, as it seems that Holt will stay in net for the Cornhuskers despite letting up 5 goals in the second period, and Gates will stay in net for the Braves here, as Felice will be in the box to start this period, serving the rest of his penalty. As now teams are getting everything squared away, figuring out who will be starting the period on the ice. And you gotta imagine that both teams are gonna be playing a lot of their guys who often don't get in much or aren't very starters.
Yeah, and then also Christian Clover is also going to be in the box, continuing his time from last period. And pretty sure it's going to be a great third half.
As now the Cornhuskers are lining up for the face-off. It will be Pykos, Rock, Blessing, Spence for the Braves. As Blessing takes the face-off here, and the Braves will get the puck, but it will head to the back of the end there, and now it will be Tyler Mapes with the puck. Mapes passes it over, tried attempting a pass to Hoffman, but regains the puck here. Mapes now pushing it down the ice, but stopped in his tracks by Spence. Gates recovers the puck and dishes it over to Blessing. Blessing trying to clear it, sends it to Frank, and now it will be recovered by Blessing, which is given over from Pykos to the goalie Holt. Now Felice, and they're looking for potentially a hat trick in this period as he scored 2 goals in the second. But Mapes now with the puck for the Cornhuskers, passing it over to Frank, but it will go off the boards, and Melbourne recovers the puck. It's really kind of a interesting strategy for the Huskers here to start. It's not really attacking, more so just, I think, trying to limit the damage. Now, Durford over to Melbourne. Melbourne up the ice. Attempted a pass to Felice, but it will be recovered by McQueen. McQueen basically clearing the puck. As now it will be taken up the ice by Colby Coe, but Coe is unable to get anything going, and it will be offsides. Now the Braves going for a change. The Braves subbing out some of their players. Melbourne will head off the ice, and so will Jack McQueen, as now on the ice for the, it looks like there'll be some, and Felice headed to the box alongside, so both Felice brothers are in the box right now, and the Braves are playing a 5-on-3. Braves have to do a lot of work here to keep the shutout intact, as Wes Straker there trying to keep the puck out of their zone, and the shot will be saved by Gates as he snags it out of the air. As Felice's time in the box is over, and so is Contreras', as now only in the box for the Braves is Nico Felice.
And as we mentioned earlier, Nico Felice had a great period too, with 2 goals out of the 5 that were scored from the Braves. And hopefully we'll see more action from him when he's out of the box.
Yeah, Felice definitely wants that hat trick, and rightfully so. I mean, as a rookie, you want to rack up as many accolades and accomplishments as you can, as it will be gloved again by Gates. Gates hasn't had to do a lot of work tonight. The Braves have basically kept all the pressure on Holt of the Cornhuskers.
For majority of this game, we've seen the puck on the Cornhuskers side. The Braves, of course, have had it on their side, yet they've been very adamant about keeping it on the opposite side of the ice.
As Blessing now trying to get the puck back for the Braves, but it will be picked up. But the Cornhuskers attempt at a pass. Phil Melbon with the slap shot, saved by Holt. Braves regain control of the puck. Melbon, now 21, Caden Wagner there. But Melbon tries dishing it over to Rock, but Rock get it. And Vinny Felice with a shot off, but it is saved by Holt. Holt with another impressive save, and he is continuing to take a beating at goalie tonight as his own player fell into him. It's Grayson Boyd, the man who fell into his own goalie, as he recovers himself and gets situated once again. Now it will be Corrales doing the faceoff for the Braves. Braves gain control. Bosley over to Corrales. Corrales dishes it to number 9, Shanatan of the Cornhuskers. Shanatan pushing it up the ice, but Corrales pokes the puck away, but regained by Insuleko. Now it will be Kim, and the ref will blow the whistle. As Felice has 9 seconds left in that box. And once he gets out of that box, you gotta imagine that he is gonna come out on the ice hungry for that third goal.
Definitely so, and the Braves have been really great on their defense this whole game. As mentioned, and looks like there's been a lot of physicality whole game from both sides, and there we go.
As Gousset and Hoffman getting into it a little bit there, the ref coming to separate things up, but also a very good save from the goalie Gates. As when the puck has come Gates' way, he's done a great job of keeping it in front of him and allowing the Braves to take advantage from the few shots that the Cornhuskers have taken tonight.
Nico Felice's penalty has been out over and out onto the ice.
Now his brother Vinny with the shot, but saved by Holt. Batted down by one of the Cornhuskers. Gousset now back over to Felice. Felice pushing it, trying to get his first goal of the year, but he will not do so just yet. Now Matthew Berger with the puck. Dishes it over to Bosley. Bosley went for his second goal of this game, but it was blocked by Siebel there. As Siebel tried getting a pass down to Beatty, but unsuccessful there. Now it was Frank passing it over to Hoffman. Back over to Peyton Frank. But here comes Berger with a big hit into the glass. Taking down Frank. The ref has his arm up, and Berger. There's McQueen, and it will be saved there by Gates. And
it looks like Nebraska is switching their goalies out. Nope.
I believe we will be seeing a goaltending, will we see a change? Or no, Holt just came off the ice due to the penalty from Berger to give the Cornhuskers the man advantage on that play, as Berger heads to the box for another 2 minutes in this game. Tensions have been flaring between Berger and the Cornhuskers tonight. Now Blessing back out on the ice. He will do the face-off. The Cornhuskers win the face-off, but nothing comes of it. Melbon dishes it over to try and get it to Blessing, but it is taken by Christian Clover there. Melbon now with the puck. He shoots it up the ice, trying to get it to Blessing, but it is picked up by Shanatan there. Now Blessing in control of the puck. He is pushing down the ice. He tries passing it over to Spence, but just a bit high. Spence unable to grab the puck, but he has it now. Light tap, and it is recovered by the Cornhuskers. Dishing it over to Shanatan there, and now it is Lucas and then Kim on with the puck. Kim tried making a pass, but was deflected by Blessing, and it will be cleared down to the Cornhusker side and picked up by their goalie Holt. Cornhuskers now racing down the ice, but poked away from Rock there. Felice back out on the ice.
And despite the Braves having a large advantage over Nebraska, that doesn't mean they're not going to put up a fight for the rest of this period with 13 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
Braves, there's still a lot of hockey left to be played here with still over half the period to play. But you got to wonder if the Cornhuskers are feeling defeated here and are just ready to get back on that bus back home to Nebraska.
Despite what's been going on, their performance has been upheld. It's definitely a difference right here in the third period from the Cornhuskers, but are they going into it more strategically or looking for a lot more physicality than we've been shown already in the previous periods?
I mean, maybe the Cornhuskers at this point in this game, after kind of seemingly putting in all their effort into that first period, are a bit worn out. You know, they've been going at it hard with the Braves this whole weekend, lots of physicality. You know, maybe their first game of this weekend, you know, they're just tired and ready to go home.
And it looks like from the Cornhuskers, Jeremy Cater been put in the penalty box.
Now Gousset fires the puck. It will be off the boards. Now the Cornhuskers looking to make something happen here. Pass over to number 14, Christian Clover, but it will be Straker pushing it back up the ice for the Braves. But right back to Hager Lucas. Lucas tried making something happen, but Clover there. Clover and Lucas are the only two men on the pretty much trying to make something happen for them right now. As now Julian Marolda also on the ice. But Berger out of the box now, looking to make something happen. His shot high of the net, just over the wraparound from Felice, going for his hat trick. They are trying to push one in the net there. Malbon now having to go get the puck. Nico Felice will come off the ice. Melbon dishes it over to McQueen. McQueen to Vinny. Vinny's shot will be saved, and Berger again getting into a little bit of a shoving match with one of the Cornhuskers, and that is Trevor Hoffman. There definitely is something going on between those two in this game.
There's definitely a lot of tension, especially after Berger got sent to the penalty box. Can't wait to see what he has in store for us during this period. I'm sure he's going to have all that built-up anger and animosity.
Berger's shot
to the advantage of the Braves.
Just wide of the net there. And he just lays out one of Trevor Hoffman. And now Hoffman is grabbing Berger, and Berger will just skate away. Tensions are flaring up between Berger and Hoffman right now. And it looks like Berger will head right back to the box.
Let's hope when he gets out that box, all that anger is going to be taken out on the ice.
Yeah, Berger does not seem happy with that. He gets another 2 minutes, and at this point I've lost count of how many penalties have taken place in this game, but I have to know that we are in the double digits right now. Now Melbon with the puck. He gets around one of the Cornhuskers, but gets pushed down to the ground. Jacob Corrales, though, recovers the puck. We are now 4-on-4 here in this game. Corrales looking to stop them in their tracks, and the puck gets poked away from the Cornhuskers. Vinny Felice trying to push the puck down the ice. He is hungry to score a goal here tonight, but it is poked away but he gets it back. He is going around behind the net. Vinny Felice. Felice's shot off the chest, right into the chest of Holt. At this point, with his brother Nico already at 3 goals in his season, 2 tonight, 1 last weekend at Northern Illinois, Vinny is still scoreless. Is there some brother jealousy going on today, you think?
I mean, there could be. The eagerness for him wanting to score a goal just, I think, comes from part of that too, that his younger brother has already scored 3 goals this whole season. He has yet to score 1, but maybe we'll see that today in the 3rd period.
Yeah. There's still just over 11 minutes left to be played here in this 3rd period, so still plenty of time for Vinny to get on the board here tonight. But right now the Cornhuskers are in control, and a shot fired off the save by Gates, and then another shot fired by Janatan there, but it went off the post of the net. Now picked up by Delasante there. Delasante passes it. Tried making a pass to Colby Butts, but unsuccessful. The puck will go down the ice. Blessing now racing for that puck. Picked up by Corrales. Corrales and Blessing. Now it will be Ethan Schmelzer with the puck. Schmelzer off the boards. Picked up by Pykos. And Pykos lays a shoulder into Janatan, and then in comes Schmelzer to stick up for his teammate into Pykos. Pykos seems to have just shoved it off, and now Blessing is letting them hear it. This has just been an action-packed series between these 2 teams. This wasn't this could be a potential rivalry in the making when these 2 teams get together. Lots of tension, lots of aggressiveness.
Most definitely, Thatcher. And now Berger is out of the penalty box.
Berger out of the box for what seems like for this already the 2nd time this period. Now Contreras with the puck, and he is taken down. It seems like there will be a penalty. I think that will be tripping, and it will send number 27 to the box. Once one player from the Braves gets out of the box, one player from the Cornhuskers goes in. It seems like both these teams have been playing a man down or a man up this entire game. Multiple penalties and from both teams, like we said, in the double digits by now.
It really has. I mean, both teams have expressed that they're not going down without a fight. Even the Braves, like I said, having the advantage of 7-0 over the Cornhuskers doesn't mean that they're slowing down anytime soon.
The whistle is blown on Berger again, as Berger is in disbelief about what happened, as right after he gets out of the box, he heads right back in, hopefully for only 2 minutes, nothing more, but I'm not really sure what happened there, but Berger expressed his displeasure while going to the box, and the coach Coach Gertz is seeming to get an explanation for the ref about what happened.
It's definitely been a frustrating period for Berger, as he's been sitting in the box for about way over now, hopefully not 6 minutes, but definitely 4 so far. We're going to see what the refs decide.
Seems like Berger will stay in the box. We'll see if it is more than a 2-minute penalty, and it seems like it will be. So Berger might be in the box for the rest of the game here.
It is a 4-on-4 situation now between the Cornhuskers and the Braves.
Now Contreras dishing it, trying to get out of there. And now Contreras is tied up in the corner there with Kager Lucas. Now Felice giving it over to Picos. He dishes it to Vinny Felice. Vinny Felice racing down the ice, gets around the defender, and they will be stopped and saved. Gotta be frustrating for Felice trying to get that first goal of the season.
He's had multiple attempts this whole game, but definitely quite a few now in this third period. So I can only imagine what he must be going through right now.
Now Melbourne with the puck, and it will be offsides. And that could have been another potential chance for Vinny to get his goal there. It kind of seemed like Melbourne might have been setting him up there with Felice coming down the middle of the ice. But Felice will step out of this game for now. Both Felice brothers actually going to the bench. Now Straker over to Gousset. Straker pushing down the ice. Straker already has one goal this game, looking to add a second. Straker now just kind of dancing around the ice with the puck over to Beckwith. And the shot from Gousset will be no good there. Now Gousset gets back the puck. His pass over to Blessing. Blessing to Beckwith. Beckwith's shot is wide of the net, off the glass there. Blessing now with the puck. Over to Straker, back to Blessing. Blessing sees Gousset across the ice. Gousset, shot will be called no goal as the goalie was sitting down. Not really sure what happened there. And now we have Blessing and Contreras kind of getting into it with the Cornhuskers. Contreras having that discussion with the ref. I think it was due to the net being out of its place there.
Not sure, but Contreras was clearly frustrated with the result of that.
That was something me and Caden talked about yesterday on the broadcast, was these nets and how they do not stay in place. And that could have been the result right there.
I said we had a similar situation last night's game in which the goal was not correct, and therefore a goal that was shot by one of our Braves did not count.
A whistle blown. Not sure for what, but the play will stop. And Braves and Cornhuskers will face off in Cornhuskers zone. Bouchard doing the face-off. Bouchard gets the puck off the face-off. Passes it over to McQueen. McQueen gives it right back to Bouchard. Bouchard up against the glass with one of the Cornhuskers. McQueen now gets hit in the back by number 27 there. Number 27 is not on my roster, so.
27 is going to be Joe Studman.
Portostallo is in the game, and so is David Meadows now. Melbon with the puck. Goes behind the net, and now he is racing down the ice.
What a great tactic that was to throw off the Cornhuskers from Melbourne.
Melbon shot, weak shot off the glass there, off the goalie's pad there. Someone lost a stick. Andrew Spence back out on the ice. Jack McQueen trying to pick up the puck there, but Spence recovers it. Spence trying to make something happen. Spence behind the net, and it will be saved by Zach Holt there.
You would think he'd be tired by now with the amount of shots that the Braves have taken and the amount of goals that the Braves did manage to get on him, but he's still putting up a fight.
Holt still going strong despite the amount of battery he's faced from the Braves here tonight. Have to give him some respect for that. It's not easy being a goalie. You're constantly getting hit with the puck, getting fired at you as fast as possible. Now Felice back out on the ice, gives it over to Blessing. Blessing to Spence. Spence just misses the goal shot there. Felice though. There's Blessing, and Blessing misses. But Blessing will get one to go. Blessing scores. But will his goal get called off again just like yesterday? And it seems like it. Very unfortunate for Blessing. That is now the second goal in this series for Blessing that has been called back, as just an unseries of unfortunate events for Grady Blessing.
Definitely has to be, but we can't say that it wouldn't happen again as he would try to make up that goal.
Now, Durford hit the ground there on his knees, but now Corrales are fighting for the puck. Now will be picked up by Tyler Mapes. Mapes pushing it down the ice, tried getting it to Jack Betty there, but unable to get the pass to go. And now the puck will be brought right back to Cornhuskers territory. Corrales doing the face-off for the Braves, or no? Or switching position there. Durford heads to one side. Corrales gets the puck to Straker. Straker gets the puck behind the net. Corrales pushing over for that puck. And Straker just laid a big hit into Caleb Siebel, right in front of their bench. And then Betty there laid one into Betty and Pykos going kind of trading hits there. Now will be picked up by Peyton Frank. Frank did start yesterday's game. Now the Braves regain possession. Over to Pykos. Pykos dishes it to Beckwith. Beckwith trying to do some magic with the puck. Berger is out of the box. Berger back out on the ice. We'll see if he lasts longer this time.
Definitely got to be cautious with the way that the refs have been on him, despite some of these encounters not even starting from his end.
Berger there, turned around, unable to receive the pass there. Vinny Felice back out on the ice, using his speed to get around two defenders, but unable to keep control of the puck. Doucet now poking the puck away. Berger in control. Tried getting it over to Vinny Felice, and Gates will grab the puck out of the air and into his glove. Now, Christina, what do you think is going through the minds of both teams in the last 4.5 minutes here of this game?
From the Cornhuskers' perspective, I would think that, go out there, do what we can. It is a kind of big catch-up that they would have to do if they would like to tie the game up. The Braves definitely, from their end, more on I would say on a defensive side, but also given the opportunity to score, continue to rack up those points against the Cornhuskers.
It will be Wagner and Contreras doing the face-offs. Contreras won the face-off. Matos back out on the ice, gives it over to Bouchard. Bouchard lays down number 9, Bo Shanatan. And Meadows gets it over to Contreras. Contreras' shot will be gloved by Holt. Again, we do not have the tally of the numbers of saves, but it will just be a lot for Holt. Meadows now with the puck. And it will be called icing. Now puck will be brought back to Cornhuskers territory.
I feel as though we've definitely seen the puck in the Cornhuskers territory way more this game than we have the Braves.
Balbon dishing it over to Bouchard. Meadows, and whistle will be blown once again. See what the call is here. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in this third period. Elijah Gates, impressive performance so far, allowing nothing to get past him. Pykos shoots the puck off the corner there, trying to get it over to Spence. Now Felice back in the game, trying to get his 3rd goal. A little tangle up over there. Pykos gets it back and shoots it back to the net there. Kager Lucas now trying to make something happen, but intercepted by Blessing. That'll be Rack going for the puck. Jacob Rock. Pykos getting it over to Spence. Spence trying to dish it up to Blessing. Blessing gets it past Lucas, but recovered by the Cornhuskers there. Kim now trying to push it up the ice, but is stopped in between Reese and Blessing. They basically just sandwiched him. Oh, that was Gousset, and a save by Gates. Down goes Durford. Now Felice pushing up the ice, making some magic happen. He tries getting a 3rd goal there. Blessing trying to recover the puck.
And what great athleticism we've seen from all the players, especially from Nico Felice today with the 2 goals, and yesterday as well. In playing, he played very well for the Braves to their advantage.
Durford now pushing the puck down the ice, it looks like Caleb Coe are battling it out there, and a shot off the glass. Puck now, Caleb Coe again with the puck, and Durford pushes him into the glass. Bosley now back out on the ice, pushing the puck. They pass there. Now Corrales gains control, and they are basically, the Blazers keep clearing the puck, as now we only have a minute 30 left to play here. So bearing any last-minute comebacks, last-minute heroics from the Cornhuskers, the Braves will walk away with this one easily.
There definitely seems to be a loss of effort on the Cornhuskers side. Besides from the goalie, who's consistently blocked the Braves' shots towards the goal all game.
Yeah, like you said, it kind of seems like most of the Cornhuskers players have basically given up and started to pack it up so they can take that long bus road back to Nebraska. But you have to, like you mentioned, you have to give Zach Holt his credit. After letting up 5 goals in the 2nd period, he hasn't allowed any in this 3rd period.
And despite the 2 that did slip past him, both calls by the ref considered it a no goal. Had to be a little frustrating for the Braves, but still have a great advantage.
Berger with a big hit. Berger just laying out 2 Cornhuskers, and he looked like he said something to one of the Cornhuskers players. Now Berger and Butch going at, kind of looked like they had some words for each other.
Berger just shaking his head in disbelief of how this 3rd period has gone for him. And it looks like that Contreras is going to come in for him now for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Coach Gertz at this point, it's like, just let Berger sit the last 25 seconds here and cool off and, not rack up another penalty this period. There's 20 seconds left to go here. McQueen and Contreras trying to clear the puck. Time winding down. The Braves will sweep the weekend here at the Owens Center. And there's some whistles there for the buzzer sounded, but that will do it here in this game. Braves 7-0.
Here at the Owens Center in Peoria, Illinois. And this looks like it was a great series for the Braves. Great weekend overall, leading with a good amount of points. Yesterday they won 4-1 against the Cornhuskers, and today winning 7-0.
Christina, what were your 2 takeaways from one from the Braves and one from the Cornhuskers for next weekend's slate of games?
The Cornhuskers definitely need to improve a little bit on their strategy going into things. Once again, big props to their goalie, who consistently blocked by Zach Hoff, who consistently blocked all the Braves' attempts. Obviously, flew stood by, but the Braves going into next weekend cannot let this victory get to them and think that it would always be as smooth riding as this one was. Definitely need to prepare more and keep up the strategy that we were using this whole weekend for their next week's competition.
Yeah, definitely. That was a theme for today, riding the momentum that they set yesterday, and that is something the Braves are going to have to do going into their future games, is riding that wave of momentum and basically not letting off the gas. Moving to 500 on the year now, 2-0 at home. You got to think that the Braves are going to go home tonight thrilled with their performance here tonight.
And the 3 stars of the game tonight, presented by PA announcer. First one, Carter Bosley. And the second star goes to Reese Durford. And I can only assume the first star is about to go to Nico Felice. 2 goals on the night in his first and second goal here at the Owen Center.
Yeah, I mean, after 2 goals yesterday from Blue Beckwith, and now 2 goals tonight from Nico Felice, the freshmen were the highlights of this weekend. I mean, both a lot of the freshmen putting in the work here. Beckwith again with 2 last night, 1 tonight, and then Felice with 2 tonight as well. The freshmen are continuing to make their waves and make their names known for the home crowd here at the Owen Center. And the Braves, continuing to will look to continue their momentum. Their next game will take place against the University of Iowa in 2 weekends, as they will be off next weekend. We will join you back here to cover those games, 9:20 and 9:21 against the University of Iowa, right back here at the Owen Center. Now we will be waiting for, and that will do it for us here tonight from the Owen Center. Thank you all for listening and tuning into the broadcast. I am Thatcher Zalewski. Alongside me, Caden Sexton and Christina for the third period. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all next time.